everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout from that kit that I put together for Chamel's Clear the Desk class. If you missed that, I have another video in the same series with kits, and I'm sorry, but my hair is like crazy in the way there. That's funny. Anyway, so I will try to put a playlist together so that I keep all those Clear the Desk videos together if you're interested in that all. But if you have not taken the class and you get a chance, do it. It's amazing. So Chamel teaches you how to put together a kit, and then she also shows you different ways that you can use different sizes of photos and things with those kits. So anyway, so I am going to use that pink stripe paper there as my sort of, not my background layer, but my next to my background layer. And that pink floral stripe paper there is from, and I think almost everything here is from Chamel. I'll let you know when it's not. There's only one thing. It's from the Little by Little collection, and that is the Seeing Magic paper. And then I put that on that black and white polka dot paper, and that is the Grow Happy paper from the Little by Little collection. So now I'm looking for some kind of journaling card or journaling spot, and I'm liking that blue with that floral. I like that other one too, but it was a little bit too busy, and the floral on that blue lined journaling card seems to just really match really well to the floral that's on there. So that paper, the cut apart paper that the journaling card came from, is the Grinning Badger paper. Now I decided to help set my photo off from that very busy striped floral background. I needed a matte, and so I matted my photo in that yellow paper, and that's Little by Little Cultivate Joy. So I really used a lot of Little by Little on this particular layout. My entire kit is not all Little by Little, but in this particular layout, it just, because I had it in there, I seemed to use a lot of it. So then I have this little cutoff of that triangle paper, and that's Little by Little Seeing Magic. And I like how that now provided a shelf for the photo and the journaling card to sit on, because they felt like they were floating off the page, I guess. So I'm inking everything in my Memento Drew Drop Gray Flannel ink. If you know Chamel, she inks everything, and her papers call for inking as well. I ink a lot of things, but especially when I'm using her papers, they just seem to call for it. It just really helps separate your papers from the other layers, especially because I'm layering quite a bit. All right, so this is the one thing that is not from any of Chamel's collections, Little by Little especially. These are the American Craft stickers in the Cherish font, and the color is just red. So I'm going to title this layout eventually At Grandma Smith. And the story behind this layout is that is my sister there, and she has her first grandbaby due in July, which is going to make me a great aunt, and I'm going to be very, very excited. But a few years ago, 2 years ago, when my nephew, who's the expectant father, and his wife were engaged, they were not married yet, I was at a resale shop with a good friend of mine, and I ran across this little golden book called Grandma and Grandpa Smith, and my sister's last name is Smith. So I said, oh my gosh, I have to buy this. She has two sons who are both married, and I figured eventually, at some point, one of them would probably have a child, so I would be able to give this to her. I didn't expect it to be quite as early as it is, but I'm completely thrilled. We're all completely thrilled that there's a baby on the way. So that's the story behind why she's holding that book out. And she was very, very excited. We were having lunch actually for my birthday, but she had just mailed a care package to my nephew and his wife, my nephew, and I call her my niece, my nephew and niece, because she had been out of town and found the first baby clothes. So she was thrilled. All right, so now I'm looking to see what I can do for things to put on this layout. So I'm looking at the sticker book from Little by Little, and I found that little banner sticker that says congratulations, and that's perfect. I found that other sticker that says, I think it says I love you. I took it off. It didn't make it onto the layout, so I think it said I love you. But that is going to move. And then I found this other banner sticker that I liked, this pink banner sticker. So I'm kind of playing around with using those two things. And then I have these wood buttons from Little by Little, and I'd like to get those used up, so I'm thinking about using those. But I decided what I want to do is get my title down, because I know that that's going to go there. And then that way, if I put anything else on this page, that it will, that I won't move the title. I can put the things on around the title, I guess would be the best way to describe that. All right, and I'm using the @ sign just because, you know, it's there and I need to use those up. All right, so I ran off to grab something and I don't know what that something is. Oh, I think I know. I have the die cuts from the Little by Little collection, and I had not put them into my kit, but I decided I wanted to see if I could use those up as well too. So, since the whole point of this class is to clear your desk of paper, so I grabbed a die cut from the Little by Little collection, and it says surprise, which I thought was funny because this whole book was a surprise to her. And then I'm playing around with other things that I might be able to use up there. Some things that as I do it, I know are not going to work. But, you know, hey, you try some things sometimes because sometimes they work, right? Kind of playing. I kind of like those two together, but I didn't like the big space that they left. So I'm just going to play around here, see what I can find. And that congratulations banner and the pink banner go back. I kind of put the pink banner on there so that I wouldn't lose kind of how everything looked. And I think my ATG stuck to the font that I had there. All right, so that's on now, and now I need to move the banner over a little bit. And I'm not liking how that banner, the congratulations banner, is overlapping. So I make it shorter by just cutting it off. Okay, so then when I do that, then I decide now I can put a button on, and I just choose this black and white polka dot button. And I'm taking off the, there's a little foam dot on the back of it. I'm taking off because I don't want that much dimension underneath it. That button is so big, it's enough dimension for me just as it is. And then I'll use, sometimes I'll use a Zot or glue dot. But in this particular case, I just did it with my ATG. It works both ways. Now I am going to my puffy sticker from Little by Little, and I find that camera there, and I like that. And then I have that bear, and that bear, because this is a collection kind of based on children's literature, it's sort of, there's bears in children's literature. You know, I'm thinking about like Three Little Bears and stuff like that. But I am also thinking of mama bears, which my sister is definitely a mama bear for her children and wives, as a matter of fact, as well too. And as I was doing that, going through there, I saw this piece here that says, "I hurt you." And so I just cut it and made it a banner. And then I liked that better. It had a little bit bigger presence. You see it better on the layout. Otherwise, it was kind of getting lost in all of that busyness. And then I'm adding that gray button up there. And then I moved the bear down now just a little bit, so he's on the edge of the bottom of the journaling card. I liked it better because I didn't like the space that was existing between the camera that I just put in behind that button there. All right, here's a still shot and a couple of detail shots. There's also a bunny up on the top left. Hope you guys are all well. I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.